Yo, what's up guys? Your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to Snowbreak Containment Zone. So, as per usual, I've been busy, but after a few good things, I am now able to, spare some time today to make a video. So, one of the comments from one of my previous videos in regards to Yao comparing her 5-star weapon to the 3-star weapon, they suggested comparing 3-star weapons to 4-star weapons. However, as you can see from my arsenal, I actually don't have that many good weapons, as you can see here. Nothing really, worth noting. So, the best I can do is to use this. Let me just double check something in the archives. So this is a good way of checking out all the different weapons currently available. You just go through the archive, go to weapon collection, and then you can take a look at every single weapon released ever. So I'm just going to see if there is another flame sniper, right? I was gonna quickly see, look for any. Oh, there you go. There is a 4-star. However, it's still the same thing, except this one is for U energy, and the thermal one that I have gives S energy. Okay, so as you can see, the flame snipers are, mostly for utility purposes. Now, thanks to that, we can safely use this sniper to compare. So I made this level 60 just for this video, and this was already level 60. This was my main Yao weapon until I pulled Space Cowboy. So we're going to be comparing these two. So this weapon will be at tier 1. It doesn't really matter the tier because this is only in terms of S energy, which is, in fairness, something very useful for Yao. But we're only comparing the damage, so the passive doesn't really matter. And then the 3-star Mulberry. This one is tier 5 because I think by this point, if you've been playing since like the beginning, you're more than likely going to be able to tier 5 these 3-star weapons. And so I made it tier 5. Well, I've had it at tier 5, which increases thermal damage by 25%. So first comparison we're doing is just based on stats. So with the 3-star Mulberry at level 60, we have her attack at 3.790 attack. So this does include logistic stats, right? But nothing to worry about that. And then she is M2, so 3790. Now if we switch weapons to the Sight of Racket, also level 60, 4-star weapon, she jumps a little bit to 3.9k, so 3984 versus 3984 to 3790. So 100 and I don't know, like 96 attack. So not even 200 attack difference. So you're kind of seeing where this is going. So in any case, let's do some quick comparisons. We're going to be using our favorite stage for comparisons. Of course, starting with the 4-star weapon. As you can see here, we have the 4-star at level 60. So we're going to be comparing both the damage just from the headshots, just 2 quick headshots with the E, of course, and then some damage with the Q.
Oh,
so
that's handy.
We'll first headshot the little ones. So 7.9k, 7.9k.
I am reborn.
And then, like this. Let me just do this first. Reload. With 41k there. 45k there. So overall, the damage was pretty cool, I guess, but we don't have anything to compare it with. So now we're going to be using the 3-star. There's going to be a lot of things I need to talk about after showing the damage comparisons, but for now,
you're not going to like this. Oh, that's handy.
We'll shoot the little guys. 12k.
That's what they pay us
13k. And then
I am reborn.
Do this first. 43k, 43.5. 47.6.
They should be paying extra for this.
So, obviously, from that comparison, when it comes to the basic shooting without the ultimate damage, the 3-star level 60 with tier 5 is essentially nearly doing, well, not double damage, but they're doing significantly more damage than the 4-star counterpart. But when it comes to the ultimate, the damage is about the same, right? Now, there's a few reasons for this, but we'll start with the ult because it's faster to explain. When it comes to the ultimate, the bullets and shooting style becomes consistent on both weapons, meaning the only reason why the 3-star was doing more damage was because of the extra passive here, which is increasing thermal damage by 25%. Hence, why the damage increase compared from one to the other isn't that much. And then when it came to pre-ultimate, the reason being is because the behavior of the two sniper rifles are actually different. So the 3-star is the more fortunate one damage wise. As you can see, we have the slower rate of fire, less ammo capacity, but a considerably higher compatibility and decent attack, right? 410 with crit damage of 100%. Now if we switch to the side of Racket, as you can see here, the attack is higher, the rate of fire is higher, so is the ammo capacity. However, the compatibility is lower. And if you've been following my classrooms, I haven't made that much, but like I guess I'll link it below. My classroom talking about the compatibility. What compatibility is essentially the damage you'll be dealing, TLDR, right? So this has higher compatibility, so you'll be dealing more damage per shot on this gun compared to this one. And on top of that, the base crit damage of this weapon is 100% compared to a measly 60% crit damage on the side of Racket. Now, with all of this in mind, this is the reason why this was dealing more damage. Is because you can shoot with this one much faster compared to this. You can actually aim down sight and keep shooting, whereas this one, after you shoot once, you'll be forced out of the aim down sight to prepare the next bullet by using this thing right here. So yeah, overall, just this weapon in general doesn't suit Yao's playstyle. She doesn't really want the hugely increased rate of fire. It doesn't really synergize well with her kit, and this one does, hence why this one deals more damage. But overall, technically speaking, in terms of the overall performance of these two, they're basically about the same if you really try to calculate it, you know, because this one essentially shoots twice as fast, nearly twice as fast as this one. So technically you can be dealing more DPS compared to this one, or at least about the same, right? Assuming you don't miss, and also hitting headshots. But yeah. Also, I made sure to keep the attachments identical on both sides, so that is a fair test on that end. So yeah, at least in this case, the 4-star doesn't really perform that much better than 3 stars, even with the slightly increased attack stat. And then, which means that the 4-star, like the way that 4 stars are differentiated from 3 stars is their passive. And so if the passive is more beneficial compared to this one, then more than likely it will deal more damage. But overall, if you take a look at the passives from the 4-star weapons, you know, look at, there are some pretty nice ones, right? There's an increased attack, increased damage of auxiliary. So it just so happens that the sniper rifle isn't that good. However, you can see this as a bit of a, I guess a bit of a baseline, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but there will be cases where the 3-star isn't that much different to a 4-star weapon, depending on the passive. But normally speaking, the 4 stars will be a slight improvement. But if you're waiting to get a 5-star weapon in the first place, then it's a safe bet to actually just stay with the 3-star weapon, because if you try and train it, it's cheaper. So 15.51, 50k, train this one. Okay, never mind. Apologies. Ascending weapons is the same, but I think the amount of EXP required is different. I haven't really checked into that, but as you can see, compatibility goes to 141.9%, and then the compatibility of this one goes to 168.6. But yeah, apologies if I rambled on for too long. I wanted to really talk about the 3-stars and 4-star weapons. So as an overall summary, they were dealing about the same damage when it came to the ultimate damage, but when it came to the normal rifles damage, again, it's basically about the same. It's mainly due to the compatibility and rate of fire differences, as well as the crit damage differences. And so, assuming a best case scenario for both in terms of DPS, they're going to be dealing about the same. And then considering they're both level 60, and then this one's tier 5 and stuff, you know, and the performance is about the same, this can conclude that you can just stay with 3-star weapons until you get the 5-star weapon that you are waiting for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would only suggest doing this for certain scenarios, but I think for the most part you're safe to upgrade 4-star weapons. But hopefully this video does help out a little bit, maybe give some buffs to some of these 4-star weapons, because at least for this one, outside of this slight utility, it's not really that worth just going for this one. So yeah, if you've got any more questions in regards to this kind of comparison, or anything to do with Snowbreak Containment Zone in general, do let me know down in the comments below. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.